denying the Quran. We have surely set forth in this Quran every kind of lesson for people, but humankind is the most argumentative of all beings, and nothing prevents people from believing when guidance comes to them and for seeking their Lord's forgiveness, except that demand to meet the same fate of earlier deniers, or that the torment would confront them face to face. We do not send the messenger except as disbeliever, as deliverer of good news and warners. But the disbelievers argue in falsehood, hoping to discredit the truth with it and make a mockery of my revelation and warnings. And who does more wrong than those who, when reminded of their Lord's revelation, turn away from them and forget what their own hands have done? We have certainly cast veil over their hearts, leaving them unable to comprehend this Quran, and deafness in their ears. And if you, O Prophet, invite them to true guidance, they will never be rightly guided. Allah's forbearance. Your Lord is all forgiving, full of mercy. If He were to seize them immediately for what they commit, He would have certainly hastened their punishment. But they have an appointed time from which they will find no refuge. Those are the societies we destroyed when they persisted in wrong, and we had set a time for their destruction. The story 3, Moses and Al-Khadir. And remember when Moses said to his young assistant, I will never give up until I reach the junction of two seas, even if I travel for ages. But when they finally reach the point where the seas met, they forget their salted fish, and it made its way into the sea, slipping away wondrously. When they had passed further, he said to his assistant, bring us our meal. We have certainly been exhausted by today's journey. Exhausted by today's journey. He replied, do you remember when we rested by the rock? That is when I forgot the fish. None made me forget to mention this except Satan, and the fish made its way into the sea miraculously. Moses responded, that is exactly what we were looking for. So they returned, retracing their footsteps. The encounter. There they found a servant of ours to whom we had granted mercy from us and enlightened with knowledge of our own. Moses said to him, may I follow you, provided that you teach me something of right guidance you have been taught? He said, you certainly cannot be patient enough with me, and how can you be patient with what is beyond your realm of knowledge? Moses assured him, you will find me patient, Allah willing, and I will not disobey any one of your orders. He responded, then if you follow me, do not question me about anything until I myself clarify it for you. The ship incident. So they set out, but after they had boarded a ship, a man made a hole in it. Moses protested, have you done this to drown its people? Have you done this to drown its people? You have certainly done a terrible thing. He replied, did I not say that you cannot have patience with me? Moses pleaded, excuse me for forgetting, and do not be hard on me. The boy incident. So they proceeded until they came across a boy, and the man killed him. Moses protested, have you killed an innocent soul who killed no one? You have certainly done a horrible thing. He answered, Did I not tell you that you cannot have patience with me? Moses replied, If I ever question you about anything after this, then do not keep me in your company. For by then I would have given you enough of an excuse. The wall incident. So they moved on until they came to the people of a town. They asked them for the food. They asked them for the food, but the people refused to give them hospitality. There they found a wall ready to collapse. So the man set it right. Moses protested. If you wanted, you could have demanded a fee for this. He replied, This is the parting of our ways. I will explain to you what you could not bear patiently. The ship. As for the ship, it belonged to some poor people working at sea. So I intended to damage it, for there was a tyrant king ahead of them who seized every good ship by force. The boy. And as for the boy, his parents were true believers, and we feared that he could pressure them into defiance and disbelief. So we hoped that the Lord would give them another more virtuous and caring in his place, the wall. And as for the wall, it belonged to two orphan boys in the city, and under the wall was a treasure that belongs to them, and their father and had a be- and their father had a been their father had been a righteous man. So your Lord willed that these children should come of age and retrieve their treasure, as a mercy from your Lord. I did not do it all on my own. This is the explanation of what you could not bear patiently.